Flexibility. So flexibility uses the aerobic energy system, fitness components, flexibility, aerobic capacity, muscle groups. So it uses the legs, stomach, and back muscles. Skills and sports. It's obviously very useful in gymnastics and Pilates and yoga and stuff. But it's good just to have flexibility for like any sports, even running it helps with. To overload, you just need to increase the stretch and hold it for longer. Frequency, 3 to 4 times per week. Intensity, so you should just push it slightly over the edge of stretches. Type, so there's static, passive, active, PNF, dynamic, and ballistic. Flexibility training. And duration, you should do flexibility training for up to 3 weeks, a minimum of 3 weeks. So circuit training. The energy systems, it's usually quite anaerobic but can also be used for aerobic exercises. And then for fitness components, muscle groups, and skills and sports, it's really up to what you're tailoring it to, because it can be used to improve any sport. Overload, just increase the intensity and shorten the rest times. Frequency, so it should be done about 2 to 3 times per week, unless it's aerobic, in which case you can do it like 5 to 6 times. Intensity, so it's usually quite high intensity with rest periods, but you can do aerobic circuit training which is less intense. Type, so circuit training can be aerobic or anaerobic, and just some examples is like skipping, sit-ups, pushes, agility run, etc. And duration, so they should last for like 15 to 20 minutes. So continuous training. Energy systems, it's aerobic on the verge of anaerobic. Fitness components, it uses muscular endurance and of course aerobic capacity. Muscle groups, so usually it's associated with running and it uses the leg muscles, but it can be used for things like swimming, and in that case it would use more of the upper body muscles. Skills/sports, so it's mostly runners, but like I said, can also be used for like cyclists as well as swimmers and all that. Overload, so increase the duration of the run or just continuous training and the intensity. Frequency, so this should usually be done like at least 3 to 4 times per week, but can be done much more often than that for someone who's very fit. Intensity, so this table here just pretty much shows the intensity zone, so it should be about 70 to 90% intensity usually. And we have type, so activities such as running, swimming, and cycling, pretty much anything that can be done for a prolonged amount of time. And duration, so there should usually be at least 20 minutes but can last up to like several hours. Interval training, so interval training should use like aerobic energy. Fitness components should be muscular power, muscular endurance, or anaerobic capacity. Then we have muscle groups, and that's kind of sport specific, because interval training can be used for anything really. Then we have skills/sports, and again it can be used for pretty much anything. Yeah, you can tailor it to whatever sport you need. Overload. Let's see. So to overload, just increase the intensity and duration of the training session, and you can also decrease the amount of time rest